How are you, darling?
Good.
You good?
You know what I'm really, really sad about?
What, doll?
Going to school.
Well, that did not go good.
You might even make a label that has her name on it, or if I do feel there's going to be challenges in her life and she's going to have struggles. I don't like to tell people about death, but I have got news of a death around you.
Holy crap, that's crazy. So yeah, I was renovating. It's literally like 6 months after this I started renovating the house. This is so weird. Well guys, we just finished the reading. Oh my gosh. Hello guys, good morning. Sorry in advance if it is a little bit dark. It is super gloomy outside today. It's pouring with rain. There's like really thick cloud cover. I've been like waiting for it to get later so it gets a bit brighter, but it's literally 10 past 8 and it is still super duper dark. Anyways, I thought it would be a little bit of fun for me to sit down and react to the last psychic reading. I went with the psychic that we are seeing tomorrow. I haven't properly listened to this reading for the longest time. I do know that things have happened. I've been like, oh my gosh, I remember that my psychic said that. And then the last time I've kind of like listened to bits and pieces here and there, I've like had the kids. So like hear something, then miss something, then hear something, then miss something. So I haven't like properly sat down and reevaluated the whole entire session since I've even had it done. So I'm firstly got to make sure I can find where it is. This video isn't sponsored, anything like that. I just find these types of things very fascinating. And because it's been such a long time since I've actually listened to it, like well and truly over a year, I'm excited to listen back and hear what she actually had to say. What I want to say too is that a lot of people say to me like, what if she follows you? What if she knows stuff about your life? The cool thing about this reading is it starts off with like the next 6 months, then 12 months, then it goes to 3 years, I'm pretty sure. So even if she does follow me and know things about my life, doesn't mean she knows what's going to happen next. So I just wanted to say that quickly as well, but there is always the case of them like half knowing and explaining things in your life that, you know, they've known from seeing you. But A, I'm not that big, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like there's that many people that really know about our family. And B, it still doesn't mean that she can predict what's going to happen, because I tell you what, what's happened the last 3 years, there's no way in the world that I could have predicted it. So this reading was done in December 2019, so I haven't been since. So what are we now, 22? So yeah, it's been a couple years.
You have got a lot of busyness going on around you. Your day is always full. You don't really sit still. If you do, you'd probably fall asleep. But you don't get a chance to sit. Like I've got a lot of busy energy around you and I've got a lot of growth. Your family's really, really nice. Got a really good connection. You, your partner, I mean, you look like a baby yourself, but I've got children around you. You don't look like you're big enough or old enough to have kids. But I've got kids in your card. So I'd have to say you're married with children because I've got children around you. And your family unit is very, very close. I've got a real close connection through here. You've got a female around you in spirit. I've got 2 male energies around you. There's a young male around you that passed. I've got an older male and I've got an older female. I've got a little energy around you. So I'm not sure whether your mother lost a pregnancy or a child, or you have, but there's a little energy with you. You've had a really, really complicated year. You've been really sick. I mean, don't mean with just a cold.
So that year was when I had my appendix out and I was so ill. So it was a grumbling appendix. So I was constantly feeling sick, like literally every single day. And then I had to have surgery to have my appendix out. I also think something else happened that year as well. So funny. So I had to remember because it's literally like 2.5 years ago now.
I don't know if you've been in hospital, because I've got hospital, medical, and a lot of worry and fear around you. And you're only a tiny little fart. So there wasn't a lot of like, you know, you're only little, people were worried you wouldn't pull through or you weren't strong enough. Got
myself outside, I couldn't even get off the driveway, ambulance had to come get me morphine on the way there. So yeah, I was very sick. Second to labour, that's the most pain I've ever been in.
Oh, I just feel really sick, pain and unwell, but I feel you're coming past that. If you've had an operation this year, that could be it, but otherwise there's a procedure that you're going to need to have done to sort of correct things.
My appendix.
I've got it all around my stomach, it feels awful. So I don't know if it's your pancreas, your liver, your kidneys, or your girly bits, but it's all around here where I've got a lot of pain, a lot of, like a big bout of health issues. Now, around your home, it's either echoey or the kids are loud because it's very giggly and it's very echoey. And I feel you live near the water because I've got water coming up around you. And for Christmas, you'll decorate it like it's bloody the shopping centre.
I do.
Really creative, very arty-farty, very decorative. Now, I've got a lot of writing around you. This female's like making my hand feel sore. There's a lot of writing. I don't know if you're writing a book, writing a novel.
That was when I wrote my children's book.
Writing a story, a sequel.
I just come out with it, I'm pretty sure then.
And
come out with it not long
people
before.
are going to know who you are. Like, people might stop you in the street, and if you wanted to, you may even have an opportunity to do like stage work, but different sort of stuff. You're happy.
Stage work, that could potentially be one. I've gone to a couple of events and actually like spoken, and there has been opportunities that I've kind of like knocked back just because life was busy at the time, but there was quite a few that had popped up, so maybe that's what she's talking about.
You'll get very, very nervous, but I do feel there'll be an opportunity for you to actually do that if and when you're ready to do that.
I did.
Now, I don't like to tell people about death, but I have got news of a death around you. But I do feel this person's a really unwell person and they feel quite old. Now, this could be a family member, could be one of your friends, grandparents, could be an old neighbour.
Timing-wise, I need to actually have a look and see. Well, there's a few people that have been older that have passed.
But I've got really poor health, but I feel it's due to age. So they will pass, but for them it's a blessing to move into the next room.
I think that was Tanya. So my grandfather's partner, I'm pretty sure this was roughly around that time, she had cancer. So I think...
It's always sad when somebody goes.
I think that's about her.
Okay, here we go. This is the next 12 months as well. Now, you've got really good money cards coming through. The next 12 months financially, I have got a lot of growth. And I feel that you're either buying an investment, unless you're selling your home and buying another property, because I've got you investing money in things. You're getting to a point where you're like, this is really good, things are starting to flow.
So this is quite true. This is a funny thing to like talk about, but from 2019 to the end of 2020, that year, the end of this year, I actually started Love Ellis Rose.
Things are starting to work. Should we invest in this or invest in that, or should we open up another business, or should I go in this direction? But I really feel the next 12 months I've got growth financially, but you're looking at growing. I've got diversifying and growing. Your relationship's really good. Oh, he's a bloody stirrer. He's a kid, but he's responsible most of the time. I've got a big kid energy around him, and I feel with his work, I've got happiness and I've got growth coming up around his work situation. Now, you've got change around your home. I'm just not sure if you're moving or if you're...
That was when we were renovating, guys. I was renovating, so Ree came 2020. Holy crap, that's crazy. So yeah, I was renovating. It's literally like 6 months after this, I started renovating the house. This is so weird. This is weird.
Renovating, somebody's moving in, somebody's moving out, or if you're buying or selling an investment property, because there's something about another property here and it's within this next 12-month cycle. Now, your spiritual side's very, very high. You sense a lot, you feel a lot, you pick up on a lot. I feel you've got a daughter and she's very spiritual. She's quite gifted in a very unique way. She is funny as, very funny little kid. I really feel there's a little energy around her too. So spiritually, she's quite protected. People will love her. She dresses really well. She's got her own little style. You might even make a label that has her name on it, or it's her label.
Wait 1 second. Okay, so those of you guys who don't know, Love Ellis Rose is our clothing brand, and the reason we named it Love Ellis Rose is because Ellis is Lincoln's middle name and Rose is Miller's middle name. That is weird.
So I'm not saying she's going to be a singer, but she's always singing, dancing,
she's always singing and dancing,
flipping around.
Yep.
She's a real happy little child, but I do feel there's going to be challenges in her life and she's going to have struggles, but she faces them head on because she's been brought up with a lot of love and a lot of confidence. So if somebody...
It's giving me goosebumps. This is literally like making me tear up.
Was a bully to her, she'd go, really, is that all you got? There's no flies on her. She's funny, very, very funny. She's put on earth to do something big. I don't know what it is at the moment because she feels quite young. When your kids are older, because they do feel quite young, if you live here, you know, they'll live there and there. They'll always be very close to you. And I've got I think it's a little boy, unless it's a boisterous little girl. I've got a little boy energy. Oh, he's very cute, a bit shy. Got a quirky little energy. He'll be busy, active, lots of energy to burn, always on the go. He'll be a lot like Dad. He wants to do what Dad does.
Yeah.
So if Dad surfs, he'll want to surf like Dad. Or if Dad plays soccer, he'll want to play soccer. So he's a real daddy's little boy. And you have a little girl that's a real mummy's little girl. But they will also be close to, you know, both parents. You've got some travelling coming up, but you're travelling as a family. And it's a very tropical holiday, like it's hot. So I don't know if you're going to like Fiji, Bali, Thailand, or whether you're just going up north, but there's a really nice holiday.
We did go to Noosa.
It's very tropical in the location that you're going. Okay, this is the next 6 months to 2 years. There's definitely something going on to do with another property. So I'm not sure whether you're going to buy a commercial building and, you know, rent it out, or an investment property.
There we go, guys. So commercial, we have rented 2 different properties. We had our warehouse, and then we've changed to our shop front. So yeah, she was right. So that's 2019 to the end of 2020. We had 2 properties in that time that we had rented.
This is the happiest card in the deck. I've got you moving into a really, really happy cycle, and you're disconnecting from heavy energy. So if anybody's a smart ass or not very nice, you're like, I really don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my energy into it. I've got other things that
And that's really funny, because I do feel like the last 2 years I've come a long way with that. I feel like back in the day, even online, I would take things very personally, and now I'm just like, don't have time for it. And I feel like I do handle things like that so much better in real life and also online. I feel like if somebody's not connecting with me, if somebody's making me feel a bit more down, or, you know, I used to be such a people pleaser, and I feel like the last couple of years I have come really far with that, so that's really funny.
need to do, and I'm not wasting my space on you. So you're just not going to take their crap on board.
I used to do it so bad.
People will like you, but we always have someone who's jealous or is a shithead. So this is where you're like, you know what, I'm not wasting my breath, and I'm not even going to try and justify myself to you, because you don't understand what I'm talking about anyway, and you just don't get it. So I've got someone here you're just really withdrawing from. You've got good news around your work situation. So I've got strong self-employment cards around you. I do feel you're either going to have your own business, work from home, or work for yourself. But I've got like 2 things that you're doing. I've got a lot of writing over here, and you're very good with creative energy and putting things together. But I've also got here, this sounds weird, but you do a lot of talking.
So back here, I don't know if she's talking about when I was writing my book for Miller, and then also obviously YouTube is the talking part, because I hadn't yet started Love Ellis Rose, I don't think. Or maybe I just started it. So I don't know if she's picking up on like those 2 things. Although in saying that, with Love Ellis Rose, believe it or not, there is a F-load of writing and planning, and like I am constantly writing things in notebooks, writing things on whiteboards, like the planning and everything that goes into it. But then as well, there's a heap of typing, emailing, I don't know.
But you're doing a lot of talking, and people are very interested in it, and the Americans love you. It is going to grow to a point where you'll actually get paid to do it, but you're also going to have an opportunity to either have your own show, or whether you're putting it out into the media. There's a lot of media around you as well.
I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like there is a lot of media around us or anything like that. It has grown to a point where I'm very blessed, and I do actually make an income from YouTube, and I never ever thought that I would be able to earn an income from it. So yeah, that is true. But the media part, like I feel like I haven't really been in the media. I feel like I haven't done anything like that. I feel like I really am good at just like sticking in my own little bubble. I don't really go to events much. I get invited to them, but I just like to surround myself around people that I like to surround myself with. I feel like some of those things are very toxic, and I just try to really stick in my own lane, and it's kind of at my own detriment, because the biggest and best way to grow is to go to those things and collaborate and meet new people. But I kind of like, I don't know, I've been to a couple before, and the way people treated me, I was just like, I just don't really, I don't know, I just don't know if it's for me. So never say never. Like I'm probably going to go to the ones of the brands that I really want to support. Just like not a huge fan of those things.
You've got a secure, solid relationship. You'll have your moments, days you want to kiss him and days you want to kill him.
Yep.
But overall your balance is quite nice. There is a wedding around you, which is really, really lovely. And I've also got an overseas trip, which is great. I've also got somebody else around you that's going to have a break in their relationship, but it won't work. It's not necessarily who you would expect either. It's sort of a bit of, oh my God, really?
Yeah, this has happened.
A little bit surprised by it. Here we go. This is the next 12 months to 3 years. Don't take on board too much. Don't burn the candle at both ends, or the universe will go, you need a rest, you're sick, and you're on the lounge.
Yeah.
So the next 3 years, I feel you're building your health up, but there's definitely your body's had a bit of something going on. You need supplements, whether you do naturopath.
That's really funny she says that, because I really do notice such a difference when I do take my supplements. I find if I don't take them, I'm really tired, I'm really lethargic. I feel like they really do give me a good boost of energy.
You've got babies around you. Can't rule you out of the equation, but I feel your body needs to heal before you do any babies. So if you want more children, which I feel you're at a point where you would like to, but you're not sure.
This was right before falling pregnant with Regan. So yeah, I had Regie exactly a year. Actually only off by a few days from when this happened. So I would have fallen pregnant like 3 months after this reading.
Make sure your body is prepped and ready and healthy, because you don't want to fall pregnant and be sick. But if you do want more children, you can have them, but your body feels a bit delicate.
Yeah.
But I have got babies around you, and I have got around your husband's work. I've got a lot of growth coming through. So I'm not sure that he's changing jobs, but there's changes around his work situation, changes that he's quite happy about. The next 3 years are very productive, financially, emotionally. You need to work on you. You need to keep your health really, really good, and be aware of the signs. So if you get a sign, I need rest, and you need to rest.
Isn't this funny that I'm listening to this right now after like the last few videos? If you guys have watched, I feel like I've actually, like, for my first time in my whole life, like finally started to take this on board, and I think that's really funny that she's talking about this right now. The cat, sorry, there's a bird there on the fence outside. Look at him, he's like not happy, not having it, kitty.
There is definitely some overseas travelling. You're going to write a lot. So I don't know if you're writing children's books or about children.
I wrote a children's book.
I'm not sure what the writing is. You might be helping people who've had something happen in their life that you've had happen in your life, that you can connect and relate to them and help them get through a situation or guide them through a situation.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, with Love Ella's Rose, every 250 orders, we actually donate to repair a cleft over in a third world country where they've not got the medical system that we have here. Here in Australia, having a cleft repair is all covered by the government. Overseas, literally people get shunned upon, and it's like completely life-changing surgery for them to be accepted by their community. Also with their breathing difficulties, feeding difficulties. So yeah, that's really funny that she said that, because I am very passionate about that, and I always have felt passionate about when you do something, it's really important to give back.
Because your healing energy is really, really quite high. And I've also got this talking to a camera.
I love how she says that.
I don't know what you're doing though. You're talking to a camera.
I'm talking to a camera.
So people are interested in what you've got to say. You don't run out of information. You know, sometimes you might get up and go, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today, and then something happens, you've got something to talk about. So it's interesting, people like you. You help a lot of people that, you know, sometimes being a mother is bloody hard work, and you're very brutally honest. I've had a shit day, look at me, I look like crap, the kids have been sick. You know, for all those mums out there that the kids have been sick, don't worry. You'll get through it, have a glass of wine, or, you know, when they sleep. You seem to give very, very good parent information. And for people that are a bit hard on themselves, oh, I'm a bad mother, I'm not really that good, you're like, you know what, I had bad days too, but I just get through it. You know, it's only today. Don't plan too far ahead, just get through the day. So you give out really, really good information, and you're very honest, and you're very, you've just got that people love you energy.
Aww.
So when people listen to you, you actually help a lot of people more than you realise. You really make a difference in a lot of people's lives, because you don't judge them. It doesn't matter whether you're pretty, ugly, fat, skinny, you've got a beautifulness around everybody. Everybody has a purpose in this world, whether they think they're ugly or they're not ugly. You don't treat people and make them feel ugly, you make everybody feel beautiful. So even if we have a different look about us, or, you know, we've got 3 eyes or a moustache or a...
That's really funny, because that's just like, you know, Milla having her cleft and trying to raise awareness around it, and differences. And, you know, we even had photo shoots where we had all beautiful people with differences come along. So on our website we had beautiful Georgia, who's missing part of her arm. Then we had Ellie, who was also born with a cleft.
There's no judgment with you. So you make people feel really good. You know, people with special needs or disabilities, or, you know, people that are different. You really make people feel they're not that different. They might be different on the outside, but they still have a soul and they still have a purpose. So you bring a lot of that soul and purpose out in people. Very, very healing.
So I feel like actually a lot of these things she's talking about, obviously on my vlogs I've shared a lot about Milla's journey and shared a lot about, you know, her having a cleft and all those bits and pieces. But I feel like with Love Ellis Rose is actually where a lot of that has happened. I feel like a lot of healing for me has come through helping people with Love Ellis Rose, whether it be us becoming more size inclusive, you know, just like genuinely listening to what you want, you know, grow a size range from a size 4 to a 24 and try to make everyone feel beautiful and make everyone feel inclusive. And, you know, like I said, having people on our website that have differences and disabilities and giving back to helping those, I feel like that's where, like, it's actually, that's why I think I'm just so, like, I love everything we're doing with Love Ellis Rose. It's so well aligned with all of my morals. Like, everything I do with that, I really in my heart feel like we're doing right.
Video talking is very, very, very good. Yeah. If I was to focus on one thing, I'd focus on the video talking. Is your cup of tea. Because you reach a lot of people and you really make people feel good. You're going to get a good, big following from that. All different walks of life. Straight people, gay people, disabled people, normal people, if they're called normal. The broken birds, you know, all different aspects. And there is somebody that's going to notice this, or somebody with celebrity status that will really admire you and may want to give you a segment or a show or something. And that's when you've got to make that decision if you want to go down that road. Face your fear barrier, honey, get on the stage.
So at the end you get to ask questions. So I'm asking here, so the last one was about career and this one is about Kurt.
What does the future hold for Kurt, just in general, what's going on with him? He's actually a little bit stressed with work.
He was.
And he's got the choice. He's a good worker, he's a head down bum up kind of guy, he's a bloody shit stirrer.
Yep.
I do feel with his work he's got really good news coming. Now I feel there could have been some changes around October. But I feel there's more sort of changes coming up.
So right after this, he did get a promotion with his job and he became a foreman. So normal type of plumbing stuff. And then it was like 3 months after this, no, it wasn't even, it was like 2 weeks after this, he got a promotion and became a foreman.
So I feel with work there's growth and changes, but change that he's quite happy with. He's going to be involved in your video thing. So I don't know that he's going to do much with it, but he might be in the background or he might be brought in on it. And people really like him. They want to be, they're kind of interested to know what's going on with him as well. So there'll be times where he might have a little talk and a little say, but it's more your thing. But he's not bad at it. You know, people will really like him. He's got overseas travel. He's happy around the water. If he gets stressed or upset, if he sits by the pool or goes and sits by the beach, it will be very calming for him.
Yeah.
He loves his kids. He's a real big daddy-o. So he'll spend a lot of time with his children. He'll spend a lot of time with you. You're actually a very balanced family, but I do feel with work, these are the cards of like celebration and change. So there is something else coming up for him if he wants it. I don't know if he's investing or doing something on the side, but I feel that he's got his normal income, but there's something on the side he's going to look at as well. Or unless you two are going to do something together.
Love Ellis Rose.
But yeah, he's good. His health is pretty good too, apart from his stress.
And his old job.
Orange colour around is very strong. And lime green, so I feel...
Orange colour around me, guys. What's the colour of my book? She keeps bringing up the book, but I think it was really around that time that I was about to launch it. So maybe...
If you do something, it'll be very orange. Orange is
so
in
weird.
order. It's a sign of wisdom. So this book, if that's the orange thing that you've done, it will be very successful, but it's got to find its place. So it'll go out there, it'll be, you know, and then it'll slow down. But then it'll come out really quite strong.
Yeah,
and
it's not done that yet.
So I don't know if your next thing will be lime green. And I don't know that orange and lime green go together because I'm not a colour person. But there's something in going to do very lime green. And there'll be something about your daughter around this. I don't know whether your daughter's going to be a writer as well, or it's about her, or... But your daughter will be around her. Something to do with your daughter.
Well, there you go, guys. There you have it. That was the last reading, and I feel like most things she was pretty bang on. A lot of these things she said hadn't yet happened. There was a couple things that I was like, like the overseas travel never happened. Actually, the 3 years aren't even up yet. 3 years will be up in December this year. Is that right? 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so the 3 years will be up December this year. We have got some things in the works that wouldn't surprise me if we end up having a bit of overseas travel. Yeah, the change around his job, I don't know if that was about him becoming a foreman or if that was about him jumping on board and doing everything with Love Ellis Rose, because that obviously is a huge change, but pretty interesting. And yeah, it's one of those things, like when I go, I literally take it with a grain of salt. I don't like, you know, think about it too much. I just go there, have a listen to what they have to say, and I just find it really fascinating to go and listen back. If anything, I feel like sometimes it gives me a boost of confidence. But yeah, I'm really excited to go. I'm really excited to see her. I'll pick up the camera again. This is gonna be the longest video, I'm sorry guys, but I just really wanted to have all these bits and pieces in here so you guys can kind of like see it all happen. And yeah, fill you guys in, let you know how it all goes tomorrow. And tomorrow, that is Kurt's first time ever going to see a psychic. So he's a bit of a skeptic. He's been a bit of a skeptic, but then the last 2 times, because the one before that was like crazy, guys. Like the amount of information she said, that was like bang on. I think I did a video back in the day actually reacting to that one already. There was so many things that were just like, and this is before I started like anything really. So yeah, really, really excited for him to go. I'm really excited for her, like what she has to say about like him and what he's doing and stuff like that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, little Millsy girl. How are you, darling?
Good.
You good?
Last night, all the door was even shut and it was so dark in here.
Whoa, did Daddy shut the door too much?
Yes, she shut the door like all the way.
Oh my.
It was so dark.
And guess what, babes? You have 1 more week at school and then you're on school holidays.
No, 5 more days.
5 more days, yeah. You're very excited? What's that big squishy thing under here? What's that big squishy thing?
I'll lift it up.
Oh, it's giggling. It's giggling. Hey, Link, what are you doing today?
I'm going to polish.
Are you going to a new school today? Are you excited?
I just don't want to go there.
So do you want to go to your normal school?
You know what I'm really, really sad about?
What, doll?
Going to school.
I know, you just don't want to go at all, huh? But you have to go to a school. So do you want to go to Porty's school today or do you want to go to your school today? And I'll stay with you, right? Until you feel comfortable for a bit. Feel good? Sound good? All right. Crazy,
But
huh?
I need to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
I have a fast car.
Whoa. What one is it? What's that one?
Undercover police.
Undercover police car.
Watch how fast.
Whoa.
Oh, but wait, guys, I need to show you something.
What have you got? What are they? They some dollar bucks?
No, I have more.
Oh my gosh, where did you get all that from?
My daddy gave it to me.
Daddy? Oh my god.
And all my other family members gave it to me.
Oh wow.
Even my big dad and grandma and Nanny and Poppy. Wait, no, not
You're very lucky, you know that.
Oh, wait, I got more.
Wow. So many dollar bucks. Oh, can I have that?
No.
That can buy me lunch today. Hi. Good morning. Yeah, your papa. Is that yummy?
Yeah.
Come here. You ready? Oh. Can you show me your dance? That's freaky. Dancing. Woohoo. It is all happening this morning, guys. Today, we are actually trialing Regan and Lincoln in a new daycare. We're still keeping their enrollment at their usual one. But since Miller has left, Linky has just been struggling something crazy. He's been struggling so hard with daycare drop-off. So we're kind of umming and ahhing. We don't know whether it's A, because Miller's been gone, B, because of the center, or C, because he just doesn't have the comfort of having someone there that he knows. And we kind of thought he would like grow into it, but it's been since the start of the year now. So since Miller started school, it's been a few months and there's been no change whatsoever. He's fine once he gets settled in, but he's still really struggling at drop-off and really anxious about it the few days leading up to it. So he asks every morning if it's a school day or not. So anyways, we just thought may as well give it a little crack. I'm honestly feeling very nervous. I barely slept last night because I was so nervous about it. Regie girl's gonna do the exact same as Linky as well, but she's just very adaptable. She's so easygoing. She's fine at daycare. I think she's just at that age where it's not, you know, like too difficult for her yet. So that's kind of what's going on this morning, guys. Fingers crossed it goes well. We're kind of in a bit of a hard spot though, because this daycare that we're looking at, they've only got 1 permanent day a week and we need more than that. We need at least 2. So that's why we thought we'll stick to 1 at his usual daycare and then do 1 there, and then that way as well, we can either wait for a spot to come available at this one, or he can always go back to his old one, just kind of see how he goes. The one that he's at now is definitely easier for Kurt and I. It's way closer to home. It's just like more convenient, but if he's a lot happier at the the other one, then I don't really care. What are you doing, babes? You're dressing your uniform. I can't film you.
I got a puppet.
How do you open it? Wow, Miller. That's fantastic. Well, that did not go good. So guys, we thought that like him being there with his cousin, the hard part, he's so fine when he's at school, it's just the drop off. And like part of me is glad that we've tried this so we know, okay, this is just what Lincoln is like. But the other part of me feels so inside for like changing up his routine and trying it, because now I just feel like I'm confusing him. How's this Kurt? But it was rough. It was even worse. If we didn't try it, we wouldn't have known. And like not only that, it's just like the whole, like even us going there was kind of crazy because we only had one day. We don't even have a permanent day for Regan. We've then got to go to 3 separate daycares and potentially Lincoln on a separate daycare day and then Regan on the same day at a different daycare and then Miller. Like, you know, it is really, like when I think about it, I'm like, oh. But anyways, we've tried it. He was the exact same.
I do not like that centre, eh?
You don't?
Like it is so small. Like, those kids couldn't even have space if they wanted there.
We're just gonna have to explain to Lincoln, like, today was just a play date, like, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's the same situation. He likes it at the other school too when you're leaving.
Exactly. And this is just way more difficult, like having to potentially have them all at different schools and that. And I understand that it's like the first day, I understand that. But at the same time, yesterday when we were just playing, he was so fine. It's the leaving part. Like yesterday, he was like so fine, happy, like good to go. So it's obviously just like him that struggles with the goodbye. And it's made me realize like it's not the center, it's just him struggling, you know what I mean? Like he's got someone he's so close with right there with him and he still was the exact same, and yesterday he was fine. So it just makes me realize like it's not that, and with how much it's gonna put us out as a family, like I just don't think, and plus he might not even after the few months is up, he might not even have a spot. So yeah, it's just crazy. We wouldn't have known if we didn't try. Imagine if we never tried, like he's so bad at drop off, he's so bad at drop off. Now we're like, sweet, he's bad at drop off, but he's bad everywhere. Like at least we know now that we've tried somewhere else.
Yeah, and the other places, familiar faces. He actually has got 2 friends there.
Yeah, he's got quite a few good friends there now. It's just the fact of saying goodbye, like, and I get it. Like that's so fair enough to have that bit of separation anxiety at that age. Like I was the exact same.
Way more convenient for us there. Everything was just.
And Regan was shocking this morning. Like Regan, and she's normally fine. Like she's normally like whatever, like doesn't even care. And this morning, I know she'll be fine. Like once she sits down and plays with things, like she'll be totally fine. But at her other daycare, she's so settled, and I didn't realize how settled she was there until we went here this morning. Then I was like, wow, like she's really settled. Yeah. All right, babe. I'll talk to you later on. Well guys, it's been a couple of hours later. I feel heaps better. The daycare called, he's doing fine, but we've still had a discussion about it, around it. And then as well, like I don't think my sister's little boy's gonna stay there long term. I think it's just been a whole mess around. But anyways, made myself some brekkie. Just got some avocado on a sandwich because we are in a rush to go to our reading. How do you feel, Kurt? First time ever going to a psychic?
Take it with a grain of salt, Belle.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go. Made some little coffees to bring with us. Got some brekkie here. Just had to do some work. See what she has to say. You said you didn't want any, babe. I asked you twice. Oh my gosh, she said I want to fast. So then that's why I said, okay, I won't make you any. Yeah. Are you excited?
I'm just going because you want to go. Like, I would never actually go if you're
not going.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Right, you're gonna grab the cupparoonies.
Finally just give me some time off work, so I was like, yeah, I'll go sit down and listen to a lady spiel.
Well guys, we just finished the reading. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember everything she said to like fill you guys in, but basically she just said about a few things that you guys don't know about yet that we've got coming in the future, and just said, you know, different things about that. I'm trying to remember, Kurt. It's so funny, once you walk out you like forget what she says, huh?
Yeah.
And then it happens and then you're like, oh, I remember that. We spoke about Miller. Like Kurt asked about Miller, and she just said like, she's going to be fine. You don't need to worry about her. She is basically going to, you know, she'll have the person every now and then that says something, but she'll be totally fine.
Oh, and then she'll just go through hard surgery to be fine.
Yeah, and then, and even, oh, the weirdest thing for me actually, well, 2 really weird things, was that she knew about our loss.
Yeah, that was come up heaps.
That come up heaps, like straight away. So she knew about that. And what else was there? for the future I'm also thinking of, because this is all stuff that like, because everyone always says like, how do you know she doesn't know? Because she might watch you, or you know. Although she doesn't seem like the type of person that would.
No, and even if she did, she still said heaps of things that...
Yeah, she'd literally have to watch every single episode to know all those different things about us. And then she didn't pick up on Rigi. Did you notice that?
Yeah, no, he's third base.
But maybe because she's so little still, and that's what she said. I'm not saying that you've only got 2 kids, but she could only really pick up on the energy of the first 2. Or she said that in the next 6 months you're going to be traveling across the border and you're going to be staying somewhere. We've booked to go away, which no one knows about that yet. No one knows we've booked to go to SeaWorld yet. Yeah. That video wouldn't have gone out. I think it's going out tonight actually. So yeah, no one knows that yet. So she said you're going to go for a few nights stay, you're going to go across the border. And she just basically said to us like, I'm the warrior, which is true with things to do with business and stuff like that. And she said sometimes you have to invest a little bit to reap the rewards. So she pretty much just said like, don't be afraid to like put a bit of money into things, which I feel like I get like a little bit scared about. And anything else? She said it's someone for you to watch out for.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend, not like a family.
Yeah, she said there's a friend that you've got to watch out for. They're a bit of a, yeah, anyway, so said you're both just so busy. And with me, she said your health looks really good and everything, but she's like, you just need to slow down.
We had a lot of the same things, which was like...
Yeah, like things would come up for him and things would come up for me. Because then she's like, I'm getting self-employment for you, but then I was also getting self-employment from you. And she just kind of mentioned like, there's not just one thing, there's like a few things going on. So obviously there's like YouTube, Instagram, Love Ellis Rose, which was bang on. Oh, that's what I asked her. At the end I had a question and I said, can you tell us about Love Ellis Rose? And she said, oh, no one's gonna know about it yet. You guys don't know about it yet. But she said something that's significant to what we're doing, which was pretty crazy because we haven't really spoken about it.
Yeah, there's some things you wouldn't have known.
Some things that definitely we haven't spoken about yet that she's mentioned, which was pretty cool. But anyways.
Yeah, crazy.
Anything else? Anything else you can think of before I turn this off?
It was all like real positive for me actually.
It was. There was a couple of things like she said to me, which I don't really know if I feel comfortable sharing about. I think in the future, if I do one reacting and listening back, then I'll share those things, but I don't really want to talk about things that she said
before that happened.
Anyways, there's some things that she said that I think I'll like react to them later after they've happened, if they happen. But anyways, guys, sorry this vlog is so long. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. This is like a random extra long vlog. They're probably not gonna usually be this long, so sorry if you guys have thought it's been a little bit overkill. But if you liked it, then I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys soon.